Thank you, House Chair. House Chair, fostering inclusive and sustainable futures by harnessing global cooperation for equitable participation of women and youth in development is a theme that addresses an urgent global imperative. The G20, including its engagement groups like the W20 and the Empowerment of Women Working Group, has established crucial targets such as the Brisbane eThekwini goal to narrow the gender gap in labour force participation by 25% by 2030, and the Nelson Mandela Bay target to reduce youth need rates by 5% by 2030. However, as we reflect on South Africa's position, we must confront a stark and uncomfortable truth. Compared to other G20 countries, our nation performs dismally in fostering equitable participation for women and youth in its economy. The statistics are alarming. South Africa's need rate stood at an average of 41.7% in 2024, the highest among emerging G20 economies. This rate has increased by 5% since 2014, while the global trend has been one of decline. We are a staggering 10.5% short of the G20 Antalya goal to reduce need rates by 15% by 2025. Furthermore, unlike many G20 nations, need rates for young women in South Africa have also risen, indicating systemic failures rather than gender-specific progress. For women, the challenges are equally profound. While the gender gap in labour force participation in South Africa has marginally narrowed over the past decade, it remains substantial at 10.7%. Women are largely concentrated in lower skilled or semi-skilled roles. The unpaid care burden is immense, with South African women performing over 75% of such work, exacerbating economic and social inequalities. This contributes to a gender pay gap, with women earning 23 to 30% less than men for similar work. Die kern van hierdie uitdagings lê in ons eie regeringsmislukkings oor die afgelope 3 dekades. Sistemiese mislukkings in onder meer onderwys en opleiding, gesondheidsorg, maatskaplike dienste, plaaslike regering en polisieering het 'n permanente agterstand vir veral vroue en jong mense in hierdie land geskep. Terwyl die ANC ongelukkig probeer om 'n rooskleurige prentjie van bemagtiging en inklusiwiteit met kosmetiese transformasieteikens en tickbox oefeninge te skilder. Werklike bemagtiging vereis diepgaande hervormings, nie 'n potloodtoets nie. Gebrekkige toegang tot kwaliteit onderwys en opleiding is 'n reuse hindernis. 80% van graad 4 leerders in hierdie land kan nie lees vir begrip nie. Ons ekonomiese groei en werkskepping word ernstig belemmer deur oorregulering. Ook speel geuite rasgebaseerde wetgewing 'n vernietigende rol. Hierdie wetgewing is inherënt diskriminerend, onregverdig en selfs vernederend. Die wêreldwye tendens beweeg weg in die rigting weg van hierdie tipe wetgewing deur dit af te skaf, omdat dit bloot nie werk nie, maar Suid-Afrika weier om by die res van die wêreld sy G20 vennote en uit sy eie geskiedenis te leer, terwyl ons jong vroue, ons vroue en ons jeug die prys daarvoor moet betaal. We must shift our focus from superficial structural reforms that ensure genuine, equitable participation for women and youth, rather than merely endorsing cosmetic efforts. Only then can we truly build inclusive and sustainable futures for all our citizens. I thank you.